Hello YouTubers, Jai Jinendra. Today we are going to talk about Uttama Satya Dharma. Before we go any further, let me just tell you a short story. Thousands and thousands of years ago, there was a wonderful teacher who had three students, Vasu, Narad and Parvat. Vasu was a prince, Narad a common man, and Parvat was his only son. After the death of the teacher, Parvat took over as a teacher. One day he was teaching Ajay which means we should offer Aj. According to Parvat, Aj means a goat, and we should offer the goat in order to please the god. Narad, who was standing on the other side of the classroom, heard him, came to him, and said, according to your father's teachings, Aj means old rice and not goat. We should offer old rice to God and not goat. The argument started to be grievous. They both decided that they should go and meet Prince Vasu, who was their classmate at that time and now the king. So a hearing date was fixed. Parvat's mother went to the king and asked him a Guru Dakshina, that means a debt to the teacher. She said that you have to swear that my son, that is Parvat, should win. On the day of hearing, Parvat and Narad greeted him properly and they both shared their arguments. This whole debate went for several hours, and in the end, King Vasu favored Parvat, which means he supported sacrificing a goat. Right then and there, his chair broke and he died. And he went to the most dreadful seventh hell, where he had to suffer for all what he had done. Hence, from this particular story, we get a lesson that lying can even cost you your life. So don't tell lies. This story also became instrumental in promoting the ritual of Bali, that is, life sacrifice. Now, looking from a very general point of view, truth is considered as God according to Mahatma Gandhi, and it also holds a very high stature, like it is engraved in our Indian national emblem, Satyamev Jayate, which means truth always triumphs. Jain Scriptures also talk very high of Satya. Satyanuvrat, Satya Mahavrat, Bhasha Samiti, Vachan Gupti. Satyanuvrat means generally we mustn't tell lies. Satya Mahavrat means we should at all not tell lies. Bhasha Samiti means whatever you speak should be good, helpful, and precise. Vachan Gupti means we mustn't speak at all. From all these four different perspectives, we get to know that there are two different thoughts in the Jaina scriptures. One, the greatest truth is to speak correctly. And the second one is Vachan Gupti, that is, we mustn't speak at all. Now let's just have a look over what actually Uttama Satya Dharma is. It is an attribute of the pure soul, which has pure and impure modifications. Lying is an impure modification to Satya attribute. Hence, it has nothing to do with speaking. Uttam means right belief and Dharma means the intrinsic nature. So, from all this, we get to know that the intrinsic nature of not telling lies with the right belief is called as Uttam Satya Dharma. There are a lot of misconceptions about it. The first one is spoken truth Satya Dharma? From an empirical point of view, it really seems that yes, spoken truth is Satya Dharma. In order to explain Satya, you have to speak it. Hence, spoken truth is Satya Dharma. But look at my reasons of why I am denying the fact. First one, is speaking an attribute of the soul? Speaking is basically an attribute to the body and not the soul. Whatever you want to speak, that has nothing to do with what you speak. Hence, spoken truth is not Satya Dharma. My other reason is Siddhas are considered to have the greatest Satya Dharma. They do not have a body, they do not have a mouth, even they do not have thoughts. Hence, spoken truth is not Satya Dharma. My third reason is monks on the higher state of meditation do not speak. And in the end, my fourth reason is speaking in its general sense is due to passions which attracts karma. Has it anything to do with the intrinsic quality of the soul? So, what is Satya Dharma? Satya is a Sanskrit word which means related to Sat. What is Sat? Sat Dravya Lakshanam. Any substance, true nature is Sat. Taking abode to the Satya natured soul is Satya Dharma. Hence, it has nothing to do with speaking. The second misconception is speaking truth is simpler than lying. We generally consider that speaking the right thing is the most easiest thing to do in the world. But I'll ask you some questions. My first question to you is, can you tell exactly how many pigeons are there in your city? Or you can count the number of hairs you have in your head? No. My second reason is we love lying and we prepare ourselves, we plan ourselves before and after lying. Do we really think speaking truth is so simple? My third reason is can you speak it out without knowing? Unless you know the right thing, can you speak it? Hence, if you do not know a right thing, it's better to lie. In this way, I'd like to say that Satya and Asatya, that means truth and lies, are to be understood properly. Now, there are particularly three types of Sat: Gyan Sat, Arth Sat, and Shabd Sat. Imagine this scenario where you have the phone in your hand. Now, the phone is Arth Sat, that means the substance. Now, you know the phone. That means there is an image in your head which tells you that, oh, yeah, this is the phone. So, the image that is there in your head is the cognitive Sat, that is Gyan Sat. And the third one is Shabd Sat, that means the word mobile is Sat. And the lie lies with the cognition, which means knowledge, or the words, but it can never lie with the substance. Like in yellow fever, everything looks like yellow, but is everything yellow? Even if you call fire as cold and get most of the people to agree on the fact that fire is cold, is it ever going to be cold? No. You just have to go and experience fire. You will get to know that it is hot. In the same way, taking abode to the Satya natured soul is Satya Dharma. In the end, I'd like to say those who glorify and honor lies can never understand the real worth of truth. Happy Uttama Satya Dharma, happy Dashlakshan, and Jai Jinendra.